Hello viewers, welcome back to today's episode of my video series. In today's video, we have something different for you. Okay, I'm here with Engineer Dan, so he's going to tell you a little bit, then I'll conclude with what we have today. Engineer Dan.
Today's video series, we're going to talk more on cloud storage for our CCTV footage. Now, we have different cloud storage whereby you can store your video footage. We have the Google Drive, our cloud drive, even a custom-made FTP server whereby a user creates his own storage somewhere on a server and sends every footage to that local server. Now, what even Dahua has already made it easier for installers and customers to save their videos online, whereby they've created a cloud storage where you buy the storage, as much storage as you want. You can get up to even 10 terabytes online and save your footage there, whereby you can get footage of up to a year stored there to investigate any issue you want. Just like how the police want to reopen a case of 3 months back, 4 months back, 5 months back. Even business institute does that. So that has made it easier for customers and installers. So you can buy the storage, set it up on the DVR, and send all your videos online and also locally. This process helps customers to get back their videos even after a burglary attempt on their stores and the DVR is being destroyed, with the hard drive being destroyed. You can still recover those footage.
So guys, like you said, what we're going to do today is to create a local server, a local FTP server on our system. Okay, so after we create this server, we're going to connect it to our DVR so that whatever footage you have from our DVR will be recorded on our local servers. And like you said, there are different ways you can do this. You can do this your cloud storage. Okay, but in today's video, we're going to be creating our own FTP server, and we're going to show you guys how to do that and how to connect your DVR to that FTP server, and also show you guys how your footage is being stored from your DVR to the FTP server we're going to create today. And stay tuned and let's go down to business. So first of all, what we're going to do is to create an FTP server on our system. Then after that, we're going to connect the server to a DVR. Okay, but firstly, let me create a folder on the desktop where our footage from the DVR will be stored. I'm going to call it FTP server. So let me leave it somewhere here. So the next thing is to activate FTP under Internet Information Services. So for us to do that, let's go to Windows, search for Control Panel. Okay, Program and Future. Turn Window Future on or off. So let's look for Internet Information Services. So here, open this knob, make sure it's being checked. FTP server, make sure it's being checked. Okay, the extensibility also, let it be checked. And after that, click on OK. Let's apply. So it's searching for the required file. Applying changes. Okay, it's going to ask you to restart or don't restart. Okay, you can restart, fine, it's necessary, but I'm not going to restart mine now. I'm going to close this. The next thing is to go to administration tools and create a web uh, a web server for our FTP. So we'll go back to control panel home, go back to administration tools, look for IIS manager. Okay, this. So once we open it, we're going to come to this left hand side, open this knob, this site, okay? Right click on this site and add FTP server. Sorry, FTP site, okay? Add FTP site. So let's add a site for this. Say FTP site name. So we're going to give it any name. Let's call it our, let's say DVR site. Let's call it DVR site. Or DVR FTP site, okay? Then the physical part, okay? The physical part now is the that folder we created on the desktop. So let's look for it on our desktop. Okay, FTP server. Okay, next. So IP address. IP address is the IP address of your server. That is the IP address of your system. Okay. Now, how do you get the IP address of your system? There are many ways you can do that, but I'm going to show you guys just one way on this video. So just click on your window button and click CMD, type CMD, the command prompt, and use type IP config. Okay, so I'm connected wirelessly. So this is my IP address, 192.168.43.208. Okay, so let's go back. You can type it manually, or if you click on this, it's going to automatically show you the IP addresses actively present on your system. So this is the one I'm going to use. Remember, I'm calling this system server because this is the system I'm using as my server, so it's my server. Okay, so if you hear server or system, it's the same thing. All right, so this is the IP address I'm going to use for this server. Then we're going to use no SSL. Next, remember FTP has port 21. That is the port number for FTP. Okay, basic. Let's use specific user. So this user is the name of your PC, the name of the server. So how to get it is to come back to Windows, this window button, just click on it, and here you see the name here, Wisdom, capital letter W. So input it exactly the way it is, capital letter W, Wisdom. Okay, permission, read and write, finish. So this is our FTP site. Now, if it's showing this black dot, that means it is not running. But if you want it to run, then you need to right click on it and what? Manage FTP site, start. He said the FTP site cannot be started. Other FTP sites may be using the same port. Okay, so I think these ones are on. Let me stop some of these ones. So let's try again. Okay, it's now running. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to go back and change firewall properties. So firewall properties, come back to control panel, Windows Defender Firewall. Okay. learn an app or feature through Windows Defender. Click on it. So click on change settings and look for FTP. FTP server. Make sure it's being checked, and it should allow you to both private and what and public. Okay. So once you are done, click on OK. Then for the first time creating this server, I will advise you turn off your Windows Defender. Okay, turn them off. Then after everything might have started working fine, you can turn it on back again, just to avoid some restriction from firewalls. Okay. All right. So we are done creating this server, but before we connect to our DVR, we're going to manually test this server and confirm that it's working, and we can easily store file to that folder we created. So first of all, I'm going to go back to my desktop. This is the folder we created initially, if you remember. So let me just take any file from my desktop. I have an image, I have a PDF here, so I'm going to move them to this folder. Okay, so I'll move them to this folder. Now I'm going to, there are different ways you can use to check your FTP server. You can use Windows Explorer, you can use Firefox browser, but for this case I'm going to use File Explorer to do that. So Windows E on your keyboard, so it's going to open here. Remember our server IP address. Okay, so let's check again, let's confirm. TMD config ipconfig, sorry, ipconfig. Okay, this is the server IP address. Please don't forget this IP address, it's very important. So for 3208. Okay, so from here I'm going to type FTP column double backslash 192.168.43.208, right? Enter. So we'll have this login page. Okay, so remember the username Wisdom we added. Then the password is the password of your server. Okay, if we assume we created a new user, you will see how I gave this server password. But if you want to see how to create a new user on your system and give it a password, please, the link is on the description below. Check it out. There I explain how you can create a new user and give it a password. So if you don't know how this password come about, click on the link on the description below and watch that video. Okay, now this password is this. I'm going to refresh. Okay, Wisdom, remember, let's confirm this. Let's just be sure, sorry. Wisdom, right? Okay, so Wisdom, the password. Okay, log on. Okay, I think okay, guys, we are okay. So it has now opened the folder. So this is the items I have on that folder we created on the desktops. So we'll now connect our DVR now. We'll now connect this server to the DVR and see if our footage from the hard disk will be dropping here. So we're going to set it so that whenever a record comes to the hard disk, it will be recording on the hard disk and also record on this Explorer. Okay, so let's do that and try. So for us to connect our DVR to the server which I've created, I'm going to log into the DVR. I'm going to use a web base. So the IP address of this DVR is 192. 168.0.108. Okay. So I think I made a mistake somewhere. 192.168.0.108. Okay, password, okay, username admin, password admin. Okay, so we are in. The next thing is to go to let's go to FTP storage, FTP, right? Okay, remember FTP. So our IP address is, please let's confirm our IP address again. Remember how to confirm. Click on the window key, CMD. IP config. So 192.168.0 dot. Okay, our first IP address was 1.208. I changed my router. Okay, so that's why the IP address changed. So remember, we're going to change this IP address to those various places. But just stay tuned. I'll show you guys how to do that. So we have a 192.168.0.162. So that's what will be here. 192.168.0.162. Okay. So port 21. Our username is wisdom, remember. Then our password. Remember, I told you guys, if you don't know how to create a user and a user password on your PC, the video, the link is in the description of this video. Just click on it and watch that video. Then remember the path. The path is FTP server. From our desktop, FTP server. Okay. Then file size, let's say 30. Channel, we're going to be recording all. Days, we're going to say every day. Then periods, 24 hours, general. Okay, so you should record 24 hour. Picture upload, okay, 10 seconds interval. Let's make it 5-second interval. Okay, apply. Let's test. Okay, sorry, connection failed. Remember, I said we need to change this IP address. So let's go back to our Internet Information Service Manager. So here, right click on it, edit binding. Let's change this IP address. So the IP address is 0.162. Okay, 0.162. Okay, close. So let's come back. Okay, test. So connection succeeded. You watch it. See that connection succeeded, so we are good. Our FTP server is now connected to our DVR. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that same folder, this folder that we have on our desktop, and see if our footage have started recording on inside the folder. So after we have confirmed that this our connection is now successful, there are two ways we can check if our file have started storing, like our footage from the DVR have started storing on our FTP server. Now we can use Internet Explorer or File Explorer to do that. So I'm going to use let me try Internet Explorer. I have Internet Explorer here. So I'm going to type the same IP address, but it's going to be FTP column /192.168.0.162. okay, all right, wisdom, that is the username, then the password. Now we're going to log on. Okay, FTP server, this is the directory. I'll click on it. Okay, IP address. Okay, it has started recording already. These are footage. Okay, so these are some of our footage. If you watch, you are seeing XVR. These are some of our recorded footage. Okay, you might not understand it very well here. Let me use the File Explorer. Let's see how it goes here. FTP //192.168.0.162. So the same interface. I'm going to input my password. Okay, this one is more better. So this is the folder FTP server, and this is the IP address of our server. Okay, these are the records. These are the records we have here. So I'm going to open this one. Bam. Okay, so all these records are from my DVR. Okay, so you can just easily open any of them, and that is all. So guys, that is all about this video. Now if you watch what we did in this video, we explained to you guys on how you can store your DVR footage on a local FTP server. So we created a local FTP server on our system, and we stored the footage of our DVR on it. Now remember, we use a Dahua DVR. Other DVRs procedure might be different, or maybe the storage procedure for you to apply in those DVR might be quite different. But if you understand the scenario which we showed you guys on this video, you can be able to do that on any DVR at all. So thank you guys. If you really enjoyed this video, if you really learned something from this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you have not subscribed, and click on the notification button so that YouTube can send you notification whenever we drop our new video. Thank you.